Julian,
Yes.
we're in Pembroke,
We're in Pembroke.
rural Canada.
We're rural Canada, all right?
Yeah, this is rural.
It is very rural. Hey, it's a nice time of the year, though. It's a little cold,
It's
but
beautiful.
for this time of year, we can't complain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you're sleeping in a tent.
Yes, my boyfriend and I sleep in a tent. We have a little community that we have of a couple people. We sleep on the ATV trail, the old train. We sleep on the old train railway bed. So we have this little spot that we have encamped in along the river, and it's a beautiful spot. And it's a little cold, but hey, we make it what it is, and we make our little tents our own home.
Yeah, it's getting to be winter soon.
It is. It's a little cold on the river, but you just get some extra blankets. But I mean, it's been tough. It's a struggle because it is getting colder, and snow clouds are in the air, and I mean, we just gotta hunker down and do what we gotta do. And if we have to winter camp, we're gonna be successful at it this year.
Well, that's a good attitude, but nobody should have to live like that.
I know. Hopefully, the warming station comes. If they're kind of up in the air about it. Like the city of Pembroke is really kind of taking it over, and we don't even know if there's going to be a homeless shelter this year.
Right.
That's why we're having a plan B just in case.
There's no homeless shelter right now.
No, there isn't.
In rural communities, there's
nothing.
no support services.
There's nothing. We've slept outside all summer, and at first we weren't even allowed to sleep, but we found a piece of ground land that we could be on, that we didn't get kicked off of. We're thankful that we've been able to stay there, but no, there should be more of homeless shelters for people, or lowering prices in apartments, because people can't afford $2,100 or even $2,400 a month.
Well, rent here is that much?
Oh yeah, that's just for a bachelor apartment.
Oh my gosh, in rural Canada.
In rural Canada, that's just for a bachelor.
Oh my gosh, those are Los Angeles
There's
prices.
no apartments available.
Right.
Like we put our name on an apartment list, and we still haven't received anything back on any type of apartment. There's apartments here, but it's big people from big cities that come up here and think, oh, Pembroke's this big city. Pembroke is not a big city. They call us a city, but it's the ass fucking crack of Ontario. That's where we live, and it's just we live in this ass crack fucking village that just does not cater to people who are homeless. But there's a rally on Deacon Street in a couple. I don't know if I think it's on Tuesday.
Well, why do you live here?
Well, I've never left this place. I've just,
So
I've
born and raised?
Born and raised. And
this is your home?
this is my home. My boyfriend's from like Vancouver Island, and so I mean he came here because he's military, and then eventually maybe we can make it out west. But you know what? If we have to stay here for a little while longer, I'm just hoping that we can get out there instead of living on the street. But I mean, hopefully we can get something soon.
And you said you have some disabilities.
I do. I suffer with Asperger's, which is asshole syndrome. Everybody calls it. And also, I'm suffering with autism, and bipolar. And so it's kind of tough because a lot of places, really screen people who are renting places for them. So if you have any sort of mental illness, you are kind of bottom of the barrel. Whereas somebody who's, doesn't have any mental illness and makes the same amount of money that you do is getting an apartment because they have no disabilities that they have to, that the landlords have to deal with.
Where does your income come
Well,
from?
right now we're just on Ontario Works, but eventually working to get back into, the swing of things. We've been off the drugs for like 5 months, and it's a tough thing. But the drugs in this town are terribly bad. The fetty in this town is terribly bad. So I mean, a lot of places aren't wanting to rent.
For those that don't know, you're talking fentanyl.
Fentanyl. My friend, he's been 8 days clean and 9 days clean, maybe almost 10 days clean. Too many of my friends have died to this, and that's why people are not wanting to rent to people, and that's why we're homeless too. Is because the fetty makes it so people do bad things, and they're not bad people. It's not bad people. It's the drug that's doing it to them, and then therefore it makes all homeless people look bad in people, property managers' eyes, people who rent.
And it's hard to be sober outside, and fentanyl is helps you escape the pain.
It does,
and then it creates more pain. And you want to escape that, and becomes a vicious cycle.
I thankfully don't have the addiction to fetty. My addiction is crack cocaine and speed. But like I said,
But you've been off.
For being off for 5 months. But
awesome.
we're just
Good for you.
really looking towards the future of finding a place, and hopefully maybe through this documentary that other communities like our community can kind of help us a little bit more, and
It's
kinda
not a
help us grow.
documentary. It's just your story.
Oh, just our. So I thought it was a documentary.
Just you by yourself.
Well, that's even better.
This is your show.
That's cool. That's fucking cool. And you know what? Hopefully more people will do this.
Yeah.
You know, and there's lots of people that will be coming in maybe this
Well,
afternoon.
you were saying, and you don't point them out, but, you know, there's people here that, you know. So here's the thing. You're in rural Canada.
Yep.
There's no shelters. There's homeless people. Rents are high.
Addiction's terrible.
And yet, you know, people that live in houses are still looking at you guys, you know.
Like we're vagrant people.
Yeah, like you're not humans.
Exactly. And this house right over here, if you
Well,
want
I
to get
said, don't point them out. Don't point them out.
No, but this is for the grind. Because we really want the grind. There's a lady that lives right directly
Don't
across
point them
from us.
out. Don't point
You're right, I won't
them
point it
out.
out. But she is
there's-
really hard on here because she has cameras that face this building.
Oh my
so
gosh.
anything that goes on here, it's the city is trying to shut us down.
And it's where you guys come and get warm, get some food.
Yep.
Right, and they're trying
And now they're opening it on Mondays, so now it's open Monday to Friday. So we kind of have a place we come. This place is such a phenomenal place.
it has a great spirit.
It does, and if they see you're helping yourself, they'll help you more. More and more people. We're having more and more things go on here at the grind. It's to help us stay clean, but it's also to help ourselves get into a housing place that we can come. We can use the phone here. We can use. They help us with computers. They have doctors that come in. They're getting a mobile team for dentistry to really help the grind. If we didn't have the grind here in rural Canada, we would be fucked.
Right.
We would be fucked, and we'd be forced to go to Ottawa or other big cities where it's even harder because shelters are, you know, have men shelters and women's shelters, and unfortunately my boyfriend and I, we would get split up. We'd never find ourselves in the city. If we I couldn't do it. I couldn't be alone from him. I have too much anxiety.
I was
being
there
away from
last
him.
night, first time walking around.
Yeah.
There's so much homelessness.
Ottawa is bad, and Pembroke, unfortunately, what they're doing is because there's so much homeless, they're pushing people this way. So there's a lot more people who are coming into Pembroke, and so they're going to see a lot more people coming into the homeless because they see how better ours. When they did have the warming station, it was awesomely run by the grind. The city, I don't know how it's going to go this year. Hopefully it's good and it's a thumbs up and everybody's going to be happy. But they're sending more people here. I see more and more people that I haven't seen before, more people showing up at the grind. And that's good that they come here, but it's just that they're not solving the problem of homelessness.
Right.
They're just shipping to other places so that they can deal with the homelessness. And as homelessness is so bad here in Renfrew County. And well, we live in Renfrew County, but it's so terrible for that reason.
Homelessness is growing everywhere.
And
even rural Canada.
They do have cheap places out in the country, but it's to have a vehicle or a bicycle, or you have to walk in and out of town.
Right.
Like it takes us a half an hour to walk here from where we camp to get to the grind. So we're walking a lot of hours a day.
Yeah.
This is my friend Rob.
Hey, Rob.
But yeah, no, it's a long walk, and so you're on your feet all the time, and your feet get sore at night, you know, and you have to really take care of your feet out here. And sometimes you don't have the proper stuff to take care of your toes. My friend, I'm looking after his dog right now. He's in the Ottawa Heart Institute.
Well, yeah, it's going to
from
get
an
cold.
infection.
It's going to go. Anyways, we could talk forever.
Yes, we can.
If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
For everybody that's in the situation that I'm in, number one, for all of us to have a safe, warm place, good food, and just happiness and healthy. And that's all I can ask for.
Great wishes.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me do this documentary. It's fucking awesome.